Joining us to talk about the experience is celebrity chef Jernard Wells. Chef, welcome. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about this festival. Obviously, it's kind of in its infancy, but what was it like last year? What do you expect this year?
The Georgia Food and Wine Festival is really an amazing, exciting festival to be held in the Atlanta metropolitan area. You know, it's in Jim Miller Park in Marietta. As a matter of fact, kicks off today and goes through Sunday. But one of the things it allows culinary experts like myself to come out and meet the people, because as you know, you've probably seen me on some of the shows on Food Network, and I have my own show on Clio TV, New Soul Kitchen. So it's always good to come out and spend time with those that love you, and of course create something good, because anything else would be uncivilized, all while experiencing a plethora of food, from barbecue, oysters, all kind of libations, wine, you name it, sky's the limit. And they get to hear live music, get to see live cooking shows, and sample the food, and experience and taste everything all at the same time.
That is so cool.
Yes.
And you brought something along today that you're going to be cooking up this weekend. So talk about it.
Yes, actually right here in front of me, and it's made fresh for you guys to taste it, but it's my shrimp and chicken and andouille sausage etouffee. So it's all about the etouffee. This is a recipe out of my new cookbook, Southern Inspired My American Table. And of course, as we were talking, being raised up in Mississippi, right across the border from Louisiana, my father actually being Creole. Before going to culinary art school, this is one of the first arts and styles of cooking. So I always love sharing this, because food is really about sharing a part of who you are. When people eat your food, they should experience who you are, not just the food itself. And that's what they fall in love with, more importantly than anything, is the individual
who you are and where you come from.
That's
right?
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It always should be the foundation in whatever you cook.
I'm curious, do you get to experience any other chef's food? You get to sample around, and with that much variety, what do you go for? Do you try to stick around to stuff you know to sample, just to see how it compares to what you do, or are you going, off the grid?
You know, I believe as a chef or anyone, as a food connoisseur that just loves to eat, I think you should always step out and above your culinary point of view. Your culinary point of view, or POV as we call it, is the way you see it, you eat food. Never be afraid to eat things that you're typically not commonly accustomed to, because it then opens up the palate. And it allows experiencing food so much better, because think about it. We typically operate in autopilot throughout the week. If you're vegetarian, we know you're eating all vegetarian.
Right. Yeah,
but
if
you're eating protein, you're typically gonna eat chicken, seafood, or some form of beef steak or pork. And that's every week. What can you do to change that? The key is opening your palate up, experiencing things different, not being afraid to add extra herbs and spices to your dish.
I love that.
In short, I love for other chefs to cook for me, because that means I don't have to do it.
I like that too. I love your personality. You just have such a wonderful personality. It comes out of you. You obviously love what you do.
Yes.
What do you love to cook besides this? Because this is familiar to you. So what else do you like to whip up?
You know, my culinary background and repertoire expands beyond just our traditional Southern cuisine, which I say sets the foundation for everything in America that we eat. It starts here, the most vegetation and everything. But me, I really love the influence of Caribbean food, also Asian food as well, Malaysian, Filipino. And that's because when I went to culinary art school, I spent time traveling around the world, working with other chefs for free, just so that they would teach me their art. So I really have a strong fascination just for all things creative when it comes to food, because it's truly culinary arts, and what we do is we paint a picture with our plate.
That's so cool.
I'm going to try a bite.
Yes, get you some. Let me go ahead and get you some.
You are one of so many chefs out there, and so all of this is just centrally located for people to come experience. So everything you just talked about going all over the world and experiencing different cuisines, people have brought that to one spot at Jim Miller Park for the Georgia Food and Wine Festival.
Exactly, and they get it all, and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that look. I'm seeing that look. Yes.
One of us has to keep talking, so you keep eating. I'll do this in the commercial break. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Chef, for being here.
Thank you, and please come out and hang with us this weekend. Amazing weekend at the Georgia Food and Wine Festival. Tickets are still available. Same as the GeorgiaFoodAndWineFestival.com. And of course, Chef Jernard. I'll be featuring the book Southern Inspired there as well.
Absolutely, and we'll be there as well. Atlanta News' first team of meteorologists
will
be there, and there's a chance to win a big green egg. So stop by the Atlanta News First tent.